Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to buy your 50/50 for the junior class. We'll be drawing at halftime. Purchasers are walking around right now with the blue cards, so pick up your 50/50 cards when you're at your out. Also, a special announcement goes out to Miss Jill Heck on her 29th birthday today. Happy birthday, Jill. Don't hang your head in there, so we all get over it. Happy birthday.
All right, and we are live at once again at the Highliner Activity Center for some Region 1 basketball action. Replacing Paul McDonald, who is away doing his real job at the Barnes County Tournament at Valley City State University. You are stuck with me again, Brian Krewald, but with me tonight as our expert analysis guy is the one and only, the former Devils Lake Firebird, former Mr. Basketball candidate. That's about almost as far as his resume goes. Josh Johnson, how you doing today?
Hey, BK, it's great to be back. Bringing the show back after a couple weeks. Had a blast calling the last girls game, and no better place to be than Highliner Activity Center here tonight. Region 1 action against the Squirrels of Central Cass.
All right, and for everybody at home, we're going to try to do better this week. Last time was our first time, so we're going to up our game by actually trying to keep stats. Mr. Johnson brought with him a little stat thing. He had some girls fill out for him, and we're going to try to keep up with this game and try to do what Paul McDonald does all by himself. But to set the stage tonight, we have Region 1 action, Valley City versus Central Cass. Two teams again, kind of like when we played Lisbon on Monday, going in different directions. Valley City on top of our Region 1 at 3-0, and Central Cass is second to the bottom at 1-3. We sit alone at the top of our region now, as Oak Grove lost to Kindred last night. Actually got the brakes beat off them 48-74. So we sit alone at the top of our region. And here's some comps, Mr. Johnson, and I'll ask you what you think of this in a little bit. Our team comps, who we've played and who Central Cass has played. We've both played Kindred. We beat Kindred by 8. They lost to Kindred by 36. We beat Wahpeton by 17. They lost to Wahpeton by 6. We beat Northern Cass by 24. They beat Northern Cass by 8. So where do you see the game going tonight, Mr. Johnson?
Well, I'm going to tell you, BK, not so fast, my friend. I think in this new division, Class A, any given night, anybody can beat anybody. And yes, while we're on top, we've also shown earlier this season in the VCT tournament that we are beatable as well. And so just electric environment here tonight at the Highliner Activity Center. We have the VCHS pep band directed by Teddy Dimmer, rocking it out, and stands are full over here on the home side. Central Cass brought a great crowd here tonight as well. So great environment. Talked to Coach Bachman before the game, highlighting some keys to the game for the Squirrels. First, talking about Katie Burchell, standout for the Highliners. Last Tuesday night against Lisbon, Katie scored her 1,000 point. Coach Bachman knows that they need to contain Katie and not let her go off as she is capable of doing and shown on many occasions. In addition to that, Squirrels have a youthful team. A lot of success that Squirrels have had in the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
None of that went through. Why? All right, we're going to test a mic up here. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Highlander Activity Center for this 3-2-1 matchup featuring the visiting Central Gas Squirrels against your Valley City Highlanders! Valley City High School encourages and promotes sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation to see the best work with assistants and officials in a positive manner. At this time, I would ask you to please rise, remove your hats, and face the flag for the playing of our national anthem by VCH Pep Band under the direction of Miss Teddy Dimmer. Thank you. Now let's meet the starting lineup for the Central Gas Squirrels. Starting at guard, a senior number 1, Abby Copperman. Starting at guard, a freshman number 2, Kinsey Howell. Starting at forward, a senior number 3, Viv Severson. Starting at guard, a sophomore number 13, JC Burwell. Starting at guard, a senior number 15, Addison Fishner.
Listen to this. You let me know if you hear me. I'm holding.
Greg Jones. And now it's time to meet some Valley City Little Lions! McKinley York! Quinn Troyson! Marco Jensen!
What?
Harlow Nelson! Callahan Hank! Grace Nedlin! Estelle Carlton! Maya Nielsen!
Testing 1, 2, 3.
And Keelan Crumstroder! Your Valley City Little Lions! And now put your hands together for your Valley City Highlanders! Starting at guard, a sophomore, number 1, Kinsley Lyons. Starting at guard, a senior, number 4, Katie Coco. Starting at guard, a senior, number 10, Zata Potrax. Starting at forward, a junior, number 12, Katie Marshall. And starting at forward, a sophomore, number 32, Our officials for tonight's game.
We're going to try this again.
Here,
trying to fix an audio problem.
Orthopedics and sports medicine. Let's play some basketball! Jump ball, possession of scores.
It's running through this? Brian!
That's her first team first. That's her second. Team second. Checking the score from the 21, Sophia Schmidt.
All right, testing 1, 2, 3, testing.
Fouls on Katie Marshall. That's our first. Team second.
All right, mic check 1, 2, 3, mic check. All right, we are back. What you missed during our audio problems was just the single greatest opening in the history of the start of a girls' basketball game. With you tonight is Brian Krewald once again, and Josh Johnson. Say hi, Josh.
We're back. we are back. Let's roll, BK.
And I'm not kidding. Have you been keeping stats?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So what you missed was our introduction where we said we were playing the Central Cass Squirrels tonight against the Valley City Highlanders, which you probably already know. We would like to welcome all the Central Cass guests that are here, and this is our Highlander channel.
You got a great night tonight. Friday night hoops action in Valley City. We got the girls in action and Squirrels here in the Highlander Activity Center. Boys Highlanders playing right now as we speak, 12-12 down BCT at the bubble. So great night of hoops action here in Class A Middle Division.
All right, and as you've seen, the Central Cass Squirrels are ahead 5-3, and what we talked about in our pregame that you did not hear because our mics weren't working was that there are two teams on kind of a different path right now. We are, as the Highliners, sitting on top of the Division 1 or Region 1 in our class at, what are we, 3-0?
3-0.
3-0, and the Central Cass Squirrels are sitting in second to bottom at 1-3.
I'll tell you what, BK, though, what I've seen so far from the Squirrels is a scrappy team. A lot of youth on this team, not a whole lot of height. But I'll tell you what, Coach Bachman has them playing hard, and they're getting after it so far. So midway through the first quarter right now, and Squirrels came to play Friday night at the Hack.
I think everybody gets up to play the state champions when they want to come in and beat us in our home gym as well. We're coming off a win versus Lisbon on Monday. We had a couple days of practice. We're down an injured starter. She's going to get a few minutes tonight, working her way back in.
Kind of a slow start for the Highlanders right now. Those that are listening at home cheering for the Highlanders haven't missed much yet. So
they missed our opening
sequence.
Right.
Yes.
And now we're a little off. We just killed that opening sequence. We should have just recorded ourselves.
We did. Highlanders still going with starting five. Sky Nielsen knocks down a three.
And Sky Nielsen's one of those players that could really stretch the floor as a big. Were you able to do that when you played for the Devils Lake Satans, Mr. Johnson?
Oh, gosh, that was just the invention of the three-point line coming in. So I was more of a back to the basket, down in the paint kind of player. There wasn't a whole lot of stretching anything, not very flexible, BK.
I think when a team scouts us, watches tape on us, wants to come and play us, they really focus on Katie Burchell, averaging 20, a lot of points a game. I do have her stats. What is she averaging?
Talking to Coach Bachman before the game, one of the keys of the game for them, besides just being scrappy and getting after, is trying to contain Katie Burchell. Hey.
And there's the injured player that I was talking about who rolled her ankle, has missed a couple weeks. Luckily, it was over Christmas break. She had to rehab, and she's back on the floor. That's Maddie Fries for three.
First shot, Maddie knocks it down. Welcome back, Maddie. Gets a steal. Not too bad for her first action coming off of the injured reserve.
And so getting back to my stats, just so I don't sound like a moron, Katie Burchell is averaging 21.3. And where I was going with that is you can focus all you want on Katie Burchell, but we have a great surrounding cast, including Sky Nielsen, who you saw earlier make a play. They just ran an out-of-bounds play for her. And then you also have another college-bound basketball player in Maddie Freeze.
That's right. I think Coach Howard, subbing quite a few girls through and getting some fresh bodies on the court. So a lot of physicality out of the Highlanders. You talk to Coach Bachman, talk to other coaches around this division. I think one thing kind of keeps coming back to is the size of the Highlanders and then their physicality. Squirrels go to the line, knocked down, tie the ball game back up at 9.
All right, while we watch her shoot her free throws, I just wanted to shout out our sponsors in the lower right-hand corner. We got McGough Construction tonight. Thank you for your sponsorship. And then, as always, our platinum sponsor, who's here every week for us, Essentia Health.
Essentia Health, Tabitha Muncie, athletic trainer. So Tabitha does a tremendous job making sure our kids stay healthy and if need be, get rehabbed, get back on the court.
Kinley Suffolk in the game. She's number 22. She's at the top. And we have Nielsen.
Kaylee Nielsen.
Kaylee Nielsen's in the game, just came in the game. And scrappy Central Cass.
Central Gas moving the ball around. 3. Nice shot, Keelan Flanagan.
So are we having a tough time with their press, or are we just doing okay with it?
You know, I think throwing off a little bit. Both teams, 5 fouls right now, shooting free throws. Almost 3 minutes left in this first quarter, so kind of a little bit of a scrappy game, a little bit, and
we saw the C Squad game and the JV game, and they ran the same press, and our girls did have trouble with it. It got better as the girls got older, but it looks to me like it's flustering them a little bit.
Yeah, go to Coach Howard, keys for the game. Talk about coming off of Christmas break, played Tuesday night against Lisbon, and I know he gave up, felt like they gave up more points than what they should have. So I think defense is definitely a key to the game tonight, cutting down on the number of turnovers, and something probably to this point BK, Coach Howard's not necessarily super excited about this far. So another turnover. Squirrels want to get up, move the ball down the court. Do a good job of passing the ball around the perimeter, make sure the Highlanders defense is moving.
And Kinley gets in there, gets us a jump ball, and we get the possession arrow back. It didn't seem we capitalized on that out of play bounds down there, where really we're pretty good at our out of bounds plays historically.
Yeah. So much defense is focused on Katie Burchell and Sky Nielsen that you end up getting some perimeter shots of those out of bounds plays.
Now we have Mariah Freeze, who got a lot of minutes last game versus Lisbon. Mariah Freeze had a legacy game, probably her best performance ever as a starting player for the Highlanders. She was 6 of 7, 4 of 5 from three-point line for a 16-point game versus Lisbon. So she's coming off a red-hot game where she just looked incredible.
Shooting the ball, Coach Howard, talking with him. Mariah's shooting the ball really well right now, and she's had her own share of injuries as well, and starting to settle in and feel more comfortable as well. Squirrels coming back around. 3. Squirrels are playing well tonight. BK goes back to, any given night in this region, across this division, anybody can beat anybody, and that's the parity that I think was hoping for with this 3-division basketball, and we're seeing it here tonight so far. Squirrels with the rebound, busting out in transition. Just a scrappy team. Coach Bachman has them playing well here tonight.
And a good rebound. Mariah Fries kicks it over to Nielsen, Kaylee Nielsen, up to Potratz. So that's who we have on the floor along with Suffolk and Burchell.
Suffolk with a rebound.
Number 2 is Kenley Haug. She's a 9th grader, and she's a handful as just a 9th grader.
Couple offensive rebounds there. Liv Severson getting on the glass and now going to the free throw line.
I mean, let's face it. Valley City looks out of sorts here. There's no question about it. We're playing we're playing not great basketball. What do you do here? You start making substitutions that you typically don't do at this point?
Yeah, looks like we're going to the bench right now and bringing a sub in for Katie. Katie just picked up her second foul.
And so you probably won't see her till the middle of the second quarter.
Yeah, Coach Howard's going a little bit deeper to the bench. I think, like you said, at this point, looking for something a little bit different.
So with Katie on the bench, what kind of offense do you run right now?
We have Katie and Sky Nielsen, kind of 2 of our standout players right now. And again, Central Cass is just moving the ball down the court. 11-19 Squirrels advantage. So Squirrels setting into a zone right now. And I think you talk about where the Highlanders are at right now. Just got them flustered. Just settle down, kind of get your composure, and get back to what works for you. Potratz bring the ball up. Suffolk shots aren't falling, BK.
Nice defensive scramble. Mariah Fries taking on 2 Squirrels. Forcing a jump ball, which gives possession arrow to the Squirrels. At least we get that back.
Coming down here to the end of the first quarter, under 10. Let's see what Squirrels got drawn up.
A Euro step.
Oh, nice shot.
9th grader, Kenley Haug. All right, and that's it.
Boy.
We're down by 10. Okay, so here's some comparables that we kind of talked about pregame that we are now just going to circle back on. Both teams have played Kindred. Valley City beat them by 8. Castleton lost by 36. We played Wahpeton, beat them by 17. Central Cass lost by 6. We both beat Northern Cass. We beat them by 24. They beat them by 8. So on paper, pre-game, I mean, I'm setting the spread at Highliners minus 15 on this game.
Yeah. Again, like we talk about, a lot of parity at this division, and I think what's stand out, Squirrels are scrappy. A lot of these girls played volleyball this fall, and that volleyball team started a little bit slow. They came on the end of the year, ended up winning the region tournament right here, BK, at the Highliner Activity Center. Upset both the Highliners and Oak Grove. Ended up with a good finish in the state tournament as well, and so I think anything can happen. Kind of like how we started a little bit slow on this broadcast here tonight. Highliners likewise need to turn things around here in the second quarter. Hey, speaking of basketball hoops action here tonight, take a quick look down at the bubble at VCSU BCT tournament. Highliner boys ahead right now, 26-20 over Mayport midway through the second quarter. So shout out to our boys in action, playing well tonight. All right, here we go, back to the action. Another turnover.
Ooh.
Not taking care of the ball so far.
Katie Birchall comes back in early.
Just point out again, BK, that you know, Katie's catching the ball in the middle lane, and she's got 2 or 3 girls around her. And I know Katie gets used to that. A lot of teams are going to pack in and play that kind of defense, particularly when the ball is not going in from the outside either. So you're just going to get that much more double and triple teams.
Well, I mean, Coach Howard could have had her on the bench a few more minutes to preserve, you know, she does have 2 fouls. I mean, he's taking kind of a risk here. I like it. Might as well play her. If she picks up the 3, then she could sit. But if she could ride out this second quarter and not pick up a foul, we definitely need her scoring. Everything runs through Katie Burchell on our team.
The script is written that when you get 2 fouls in the first quarter, you should probably sit until at least closer to halftime. And Coach Howard said, hey, you know, it's early season, and you got to learn to be able to play with fouls too, and so that's what he's doing. Again, Kindred or Central Cass sitting back in that zone.
And 1, Sky Nielsen.
It's again that physicality that we talk about, BK, and when you got Sky Nielsen and Katie Burchell down low, it's tough to guard one of them, let alone 2.
Sky Nielsen with a nice free throw. Sky Nielsen is averaging, she's averaging 11.2 points a game for the Highliners. Dakota Potras is second on the team in scoring. A senior VCSU commit for basketball, averaging 12.5 a game in the 6 games that the Highliners played. So you have Katie Burchell at 21. You have Dakota Potras at 12. You have Sky Nielsen at 11. You have Maddie Fries at 10. We have 4 Highliners averaging double digits. Scoring has never really been a problem for us, even throughout our state championship run last year.
Highliners, Squirrels are on fire tonight. Another 3-point knockdown.
Maddie Fries is just butter. She's had 3 or 4 weeks off, and she just comes back and just stroking it.
2 for 2. Nice shot, Maddie. Let's play some decent defense here, Highliners. Scrappy Squirrels.
Yeah, even that save. They're not. I mean, obviously they're not going to quit. They're not going to give up. They know they have to. They're the smaller team. They have to play fast. They got to play scrappy.
Highliners moving the ball around again, like you said, BK, looking for that outside shot.
And who do you guard?
Wow.
You got Mariah, and you got her sister Maddie on the other side. I mean, that was a heck of a skip pass. We just closed the lead. Central Cass timeout. Now, one thing I was terrible at last Monday when we kind of did stats, our Lisbon stats were as such. Dakota Potras was 6 of 9 for 13 points. Sky Nielsen, 3 of 4 for 10 points. Mariah Fries, like I said, was 6 of 7, 4 of 5 from 3 for 16 points. But the 1,000-point score on Monday night against Lisbon, scoring 25 points on 10 of 15 shooting, Katie Burchell. And a little treat tonight that we haven't addressed yet is no matter how good or bad she does, she is going to come up for a post-game interview afterwards with Mr. Johnson.
Kudos to Katie Burchell scoring that 1,000-point against Lisbon as a junior. Oftentimes you see that happen with a standout senior, but Katie already scored 1,000 points in her career. All right, back to the action, BK. 6 minutes here left in the second quarter.
What is going on?
Matching.
The hoop is a little bit bigger on this side, but they are just
matching that 3 ball. So got a great Region 1 game going on here tonight. Katie Burchell picks up the rebound off Sky Nielsen's miss, puts it back in. Again, Highliners back within 3.
How are those stats coming, Mr. Johnson?
Yeah, lost complete track of those stats.
As soon as you start talking, we can't do this.
No.
How does Paul do it?
No, I don't know. So
because he keeps points, assists, rebounds, steals. He keeps everything.
Absolutely. There's one voice of the Highliner, BK. Let's not fool anybody.
Exactly.
So there's no replacement. We're just sitting here trying to fill in those big shoes that Paul has.
I told you we should have had Kenna up here keeping stats.
Yeah, we should have. Again, let's give another shout out. I know we're passing them around here, but we had Kenna Glant, 5th grader. Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader basketball version. on Tuesday night and kind of knocked it out of the park. For those of you that haven't maybe watched, go back right before halftime. Mariah Freeze knocked down a three-pointer, and Kenna had the perfect call. I think we're going to send it in the ESPN for some sort of contest.
Shared some raw emotion of excitement of it.
She did. Squirrels back down on the offense end.
Kenley bringing the ball up.
Moving the ball around.
All right, if she hits another one, we just got to really get in her face. Looks like we have settled down.
Yeah.
And that's, they just grabbed her arm and pulled her down. So Lance Coolhand Lukes.
All right, we have Lance Lukes sending in the foul call there.
We also got Brian Yanish.
Brian Yanish, been reffing basketball here for a couple of years. Picked that up a little bit later. And then Ronnie Nudell, lost track of the number of years. Ronnie's been calling, but been around the region and ref both Class B, Class A, ref region tournaments as well. Tells me every year that it's probably going to be his last, retiring out, and we see him back the next year. Does a great job. All right, Highliners back closest that they've been here, within 2 points. Again, slashing to the hoop. Squirrels going to the rim, being aggressive against this bigger, taller Highliner team and getting the call.
Maddie Freeze picked up a foul there, and she's already playing more minutes than I thought she was going to play. I mean, obviously, the Central Cass has come out with some energy and a lot of scoring and kind of put our backs to the wall a little bit, where we have to start playing girls more minutes than we probably thought we should.
Nice steal by Potratz. Crossing over.
She might have hit her head. Central Cass goes the other way. Katie Burchell could have picked up a third foul.
Shot. Knock it down. All right. Ref timeout here. Coda went down, so she's coming off the court. Katie Koka coming back in.
And she'll see our Essential Health trainer, Tabitha Muncie.
Checking her out. I think the depth, again, BK, you talk about some of the advantages, and I think the depth is one thing Coach Howard has, and brings some kids in. Like a Kaylee Nielsen, who knocks down a three from the corner
that was a big shot.
On cue.
Big shot.
Thanks, Kaylee, for making that look good. I'm really impressed, BK, by this Central Cass team. Coach Bachman has them playing really well here tonight, and I think their record's probably not necessarily indicating of their potential this year.
Kenley Hogg didn't like that call at all.
Getting after our girls playing full court press right here, jumping back into a zone, kind of giving us some fits right now. Again, just scrappy and getting after it. Really, again, just giving us troubles right now, BK, with the amount of pressure that they're putting on. It's good for the Highliners to see this.
Yeah, it is good that they get challenged like this and they get to see little pressure. A lot of teams will do this in our whole division.
Yep.
Not just Central Cass. And this is the quickest team I've seen live, though, play the Highliners.
Round Class A girls basketball, Region 2. We got a good matchup going on up in Thompson. Devils Lake Thompson right now. Thompson 44, Devils Lake 38. Start of the fourth quarter. Two great coaches up there, Coach Justin Klein, Jason Brend. Two teams that have been in the state tournament the last couple of years as well. So good game up there tonight. Again, Central Cass sitting back in that zone and almost kind of challenging the Highliners to take that outside shot. They're not going to give up easy buckets to Katie Burchell, as we say. And that's what happens, BK, when you move the ball around. You make that zone defense shift, and you get an easy bucket for Katie Burchell.
And Maddie Freeze with a hockey assist with a nice a nice pass to Katie Coco, made a nice touch pass back to Katie Burchell. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Highliners get the turnover on the carry.
And this might be the first Highliner lead of the game if we could pop it in here. Maddie Freeze not shy.
Whoa!
She's on fire.
She is on fire.
Glad she came back and glad she's moving around, looking good. She doesn't really look like she is suffering anything from the injury, but she hasn't practiced for a long time, so she's got to be winded at some point.
Maddie's eyes got to light up when she sees a zone defense. But I tell you what, Central Cass
it's
returning.
It's a boxing match right now.
It is.
Just getting blows to the face, both teams.
Katie Coca. That one a little bit long, but Kinsley Glant.
Kaylee just hit one from here. Oh
Kaylee
my God.
Nielsen. Hey, like we're talking about, this place is electric tonight, BK.
This has got a playoff atmosphere, doesn't it?
Sure does. You know, started a little bit slow, a little bit sloppy, some turnovers, but tell you what.
Good
teams
box
are
out.
Firing away right now.
Get the ball out. Oh, yeah. Kaylee Nielsen had a great pass. Nice little fast break. We just couldn't
Turnover.
make that extra pass.
Boy,
This
boy,
little
boy.
freshman's got handles.
Absolutely she does. Slashing to the hoop. All right, Coach Howard says, let's get this under control.
No, I
there.
think there's a technical foul on Central Cass. What do you see here,
Not sure
Josh?
not sure what's happening here. Not sure exactly what's going on here, BK. I missed it.
We're sending Katie Burchell the free throw line.
Brian Janisch went to the scores table, indicated a technical foul. I think that may have been against one of the Central Cass players, but again, I don't want to say something without being definitive on that. Nonetheless, Katie Burchell goes to the free throw line, knocks down the first shot. Going for a second. Looks like Brian Janisch giving his explanation to Coach Bachman here.
And Kenley Haug is getting out, so I don't know if she just needs a breather or if she was involved in the technical, but
I don't think she told Mr. Janisch that he made a good call maybe on that one. But again, speculation at this point. All right, so action carries on. We're under 1 minute to go here. Highliners with the lead up 4. Katie Burchell knocks down a shot. So again, Katie Burchell starting to heat up here as well. That's that options that you have, BK. You talk about Maddie Freeze knocking down shots from the outside, spreading the defense out, and then things start opening up inside for your All-State post, Katie Burchell.
And Katie Burchell, that's going to be an end one. Katie Burchell's shot chart doesn't include that elbow shot very often from the free throw line. So she stepped out further than she typically was. She just knocked down 2 free throws. That was great shot selection on her part. And she's not going to get defended out there because they're so afraid of her in the paint.
Katie does a great job of being able to shot fake, put the ball on the floor, or start bringing up the ball herself as well.
That's one way to break the press when your post could just move it.
Just so talented. Again, we talked about it at BK last time we were on the call here. Kind of one of those generational talents Katie has, and again, she puts a lot of time in off season, over the summer playing, and you see the rewards of that showing up here. All right, under 10 seconds left on the clock here, end of the first half. Drive to the hoop. At the buzzer.
Wow, that would have been something. Well, it seemed like a quick half because we didn't even get on the mics till halfway through the first quarter because somebody went up and pushed some buttons. So now we are going to add up these stats that you didn't keep and try to come up with some kind of content for halftime. So we're going to mute ourselves, let you listen to some music from Chad Smith.
blue 50-50 cards. As soon as Casey gets over to the card here, we'll be announcing the number. All right, $194. Winning ticket number is 362493. 493. Got our winners.
All right, we got a few minutes left, but I got some stats from the Barnes County tournament. The score currently right now is 33-33. You can catch that action over on your live event or KOBC, but the score at halftime is Valley City was up 29-27. Mike and Matson had 13 points in the first half on 3 of 4 shooting. All of them were three-pointers, so he nailed 3 of 4, then probably had a free throw sprinkled in. Finn Doctor had 6 points. Sander Compson had a 3. It was 1 for 3. Jack Dieterle had 5 points. He was 2 for 4. And 6 rebounds in the first half. Jack Samuelson had a 2-pointer, so that was 29 points. And then Mayport CG had 27. So I think that's a little bit of a surprise. I didn't have Valley City hanging in there against a tough, deep, and tall Mayport team.
That's right. Crosstown, we bring the action back here to the Highliner Activity Center for a Region 1 girls basketball matchup. We're at the half. We got the Highliner girls taking on Central Cass. And again, BK, I think stands out, we talked about first half, is just how scrappy this Central Cass team is.
All right, and I'll ask you again. I asked you last time we did this time. I mean, what do you say as a coach in the locker room to your girls who really are up 4, but you probably had anticipated being up 8-10 at this point?
You know, I think Coach Howard is saying we settled in. We finished the first half a lot better and played the way that he wanted them to play. Had a rough start, and it's not the first time that Highliners come out this year and had a slow start. I think foul trouble plagued the Highliners a little bit that first half as well. Turnovers we talked about as well. You know, I think one of the promising things that we saw first half, Maddie Freeze making her return from injury, knocked down some shots. Kaylee Nielsen comes off the bench, knocks some shots down as well. So Coach Howard has to be happy right now about bench play, but we need to cut down on the number of turnovers for sure. Take care of the ball the second half.
And I don't think there's 76 points scored in this game so far. For a girls basketball game, especially with 2 defensive scrappy teams, that's a lot of points.
Boys or girls, darn right it is. Again, I think both teams shooting pretty well from the perimeter. If we had stats, Brian, we'd be able to tell you how many threes were knocked down. But you know as well as we do, both teams have been shooting pretty well from the perimeter.
Central Cass made a point on their defensively, at least, to just outside of their press, really jam up the middle and try to shut down Katie Burchell in the post. What that let loose is then is Maddie Freeze and Kaylee Nielsen and others shooting 3-pointers. Yeah. Does his philosophy change the second half?
I don't think Coach Bachman is making any changes. I think he's happy right now where they're at within 4. Telling his girls get back out there, keep playing hard, working hard. Let's make it difficult for Katie Burchell to get easy buckets inside that lane. And again, you know, you live and die by the 3. And so Highliners taking those outside shots. And I think Coach Bachman would be happy with that.
Yeah, and before we get started, let's just one more time focus your attention to your lower right-hand corner. Thank you very much to your McGough Construction and, of course, Essentia Health for all your support in making these streams paid for. Beckett Ness is behind the camera tonight, and he's running the stream. It was not his fault. We had audio problems.
So back to the action here. Liv Searson driving hard to the bucket. A little step through and gets the 2. BK noticed that we changed things up a little bit. We got Maddie Freeze starting the second half, right?
Coda Potratz is still out with injury.
She is.
I don't even see Coda on the bench.
Let's hope Coda took a fall and I think hit her head and ended the first half there. So Maddie Freeze stepping in. See here the second half. Nice pass in by
That's
Sky.
That's going to be a third foul on Katie Burchell.
It's a frustration foul, BK, where you miss that shot you know you should have made and
you
then
just
reach in and get a foul.
Yep.
So
just impulse, grab the wrist, foul.
Now she's got to play smart and not pick up her 4th. Katie with rebound, gets ball out. Kinsley Glant. Central Cass moving on that zone. Sky Nielsen doing a great job flashing to that low post, kind of short corner, and knocks down that shot. I think that's what really stands out to me with Sky Nielsen is her ability to be able to play down low, that kind of short corner shot, but also step out as well. And it's just a very difficult person to guard. Nice shot. Despite being outsized, Central Cass gets in there and scrappy again for those rebounds.
Unofficial, if anybody's wondering what the technical foul was for, unofficially we did some PI work, and we learned that Kenley Haug might have said something to Brian Yanish that maybe had some displeasure with a call that he had, and he teed her up.
Brian didn't like it, so whatever that may have been. We're back to the action like we said. Sky Nielsen taking that shot from the outside. Katie Burchell scrapping down low. Liv Severson. Ball out on Katie. Central Cass fans maybe asking, looking for that fourth foul on Burchell, but no foul called. Ball goes back to Central Cass.
Some Highliner fans were not happy, and I was more focused on watching them react than watching the game.
Well, it's not news flash to anybody. There's a lot of help and support from the stands for these referees.
And you want to be an official. That's a good trap. She just fires it out of there.
Way to stand in there, Maddie Freeze.
Unofficially, there was 16 fouls in the first half and already 3 right now in the first 3 minutes. So actually we're under pace from the last half was a lot of fouls. Another aspect of Sky Nielsen, I mean, she's bringing the ball up. Both of our bigs can dribble. And Sky just dribbles to the lane, gets it stripped. She's not complaining, so it must have been a clean strip.
Three ball, Liv.
Three ball by number 3, senior Liv Severson.
Nice shot.
Yeah, it is a nice shot. She's made a few of those now, I think.
42-41, Highliners midway through third quarter. Central Cass continuing to put the pressure on. Katie Koka from the wing. Shot up. Rebound by the Squirrels. Pressing the ball, pushing the ball up the court, kicking the ball out, looking for that open shooter, moving the ball around. Again, some good things here that we're seeing from the Squirrels tonight, along with a lot of just, again, following the ball, getting after it, working hard.
Central Cass is going to make a point to try to get after every 50-50 ball. They are on the ground getting down.
One thing Coach Bachman talked about before the game is just the youth. They don't have a ton of experience. They got 3 seniors on the roster. And so just I think they got a great young program. We saw it earlier. In fact, Central Cass knocking off the Highliners in both the C and the JV game in 2 close contests.
And both those games, that's why we showed up late tonight on our stream, was they both ran late. Lots of fouls, lots of pressing in both games.
Yeah. I like the aggressiveness, BK, and you know, the refs are definitely letting them kind of get after it here and play, and it's okay. Sky Nielsen, Kaylee Nielsen knocked down 2 threes first half. Oh, just missed that one.
Oop, don't go over the back. It's going to be white ball.
Lance Luke says, let's keep that ball here.
We come in with subs. Mariah Freeze and Kinley Suffolk coming in the game.
Kinley Suffolk, a senior, one of the captains on the team. Taking the ball out of bounds.
And passed it to Central Cass for a fast break and almost a dunk, but it ended up to be a foul. on Koka, I believe. No, it's Mariah Fries, and that's her first.
Tie ball game, 42-42. Second shot.
There we go. Sky Nielsen with a rebound and a foul, side out Valley City. That's going to be their third.
Central Cass picking up full court. Gets got on the reach. Again, like you said, Brian, that's Central Cass's fourth, so next foul on Central Cass will send the Highliners to the free throw line. Mariah Fries coming back in the game. Ball's going back down low. Kick back out to Kaylee Nielsen. Three ball.
She's hot tonight.
She is feeling it. Kaylee Nielsen,
probably
a senior.
9 point.
Kaylee was out, missed time last year because of a knee injury. You see the knee brace on her. So kudos to Kaylee Nielsen. As far as I can recall, I think one of her best games back since injury. Ball goes in, double down, kick out. Oh. Shots off by Kinley. Ball goes back to Central Cass. But that's again what you're looking for, Brian, on that one. We've seen it. Central Cass is going to double down when that ball gets down in the post. Coach Bachman says that they're not going to get beat down that block, and so it's going to lead to those upwind shots. And you know, tonight Kaylee Nielsen has knocked them down. Maddie Fries knocked them down as well.
That was Keelan Flanagan with a nice drive. Katie Koka didn't get in front of her.
You know, the interesting thing about hoops is that, you know, despite records, just the competitiveness here, again, in hoops action, and for the Highliners, the longer you let a team like Central Cass hang around, more confidence you give them as well. And right now they believe that they can play with anybody, and we're seeing that.
I think there's some value to be said that there's a little bit of a rivalry here too.
Yeah.
Two of the bigger schools in Region 1. Mariah Fries.
Three ball.
Chad Smith's excited about that three.
He was excited about that three. Central Cass back.
Good box out
away
by Kinley Suffolk. Clears out the whole lane. Gets it up to Kinley.
Kinley
She goes to her strong hand and makes a nice layup. Kinley gets on the scoreboard too.
Nice drive and finish by Kinley Suffolk.
And now with that three and that two, now we're up by 7, right? Just like that.
Just a little run. Looking for a big defensive stop here, the Highliners.
I don't know if that was the possession
rebound.
they wanted to try to stop this run of the Highliners has taken an NBA 3.
Mariah bringing the ball up, getting off to Katie Koka. Moving the ball over again across.
We're slowing our possession down.
Yep.
Even Sky's going to get in double team down there.
Katie Koka. Brian, you called it 3 possessions. We've knocked down 2 threes, and along with Kinley Suffolk's drive to the bucket, and Highliners take a 10-point lead here closing in on the third quarter. Another big rebound by Sky Nielsen.
And the Central Cass coach immediately just went to the bench and sent 3 girls to the scorer's table.
Oh.
Carrie. And she finishes it off with a little loop-de-doop to say,
Coach
I know what she wants to say.
Asking a question of Mr. Nudell, trying to get an interpretation there on what that call was. Mariah Freeze past corner. Kaylee Nielsen. Sky Nielsen.
Sky Nielsen's got an open lane. She's going to almost get an end one
All
there.
right, all right. Let's go back to the free throw line. Checking in on the boys' action down at the bubble at VCSU BCT Tournament Championship game. 5 minutes left. Highliners down 9. So
That's 11.
down 11.
That's Devil's Lake math versus Valley City math right there.
Coach McDaniel looking to rally the troops here with about 5 minutes to go. But a good showing again, looks like, for the Highliners. All right, Sky Nielsen knocked down 2 free throws right back here at the Highliner Activity Center, DK.
23 seconds left, and we're putting a lot of pressure on them to end the third quarter and make it a real difficult fourth quarter for them.
Shot clock is turned off. Squirrels are moving the ball around, looking to get themselves a good shot. Drive to the lane. Coca says, not in this lane. Sky Nielsen.
Sky Nielsen. Whoa, with a shot. If she would have made that, I would have had to pull out the Kenna Glant boom to end the third quarter. But Katie Burchell got some much-needed rest. She got to preserve her 3 fouls. Now she's carrying 2 more into the fourth quarter. What is Coach Bachman saying here in this huddle, down 12?
Settle down. Settle down. Let's get back to what's been working for us. Again, you got to allow, if you're going to take away that middle, you're giving up something, and Squirrels have been giving up that outside shot, and we saw it. Kaylee Nielsen knocked down a 3 from the corner. Mariah Freeze knocked down a 3 from the wing, and so, again, quick run that the Highlanders put together there towards the end of the third quarter, and now they go up 12.
I just saw a status update on Dakota Potrash. She has an ice bag on her face, so she must have taken a shot to the side of the face. She just came out, visited with her team, and then went back to the trainer's room. So
yeah,
I doubt we'll be seeing her the rest of the game.
Yeah, wish the best to Dakota.
Well, we'll need her next week for Thompson for sure. So she's got to pass whatever concussion test she could pass.
All right, fourth quarter action Friday night here at the Hack. We got Katie Burchell back in. Katie Burchell up on top, defending the ball handler. Sticking with her. Good defensive action here by the Highliners. Deep into the shot clock for the Squirrels. Haug drives left-handed off the rim. Kayla Nielsen comes up with the ball. Highlanders down, back down on the offensive end. Looking to get the ball over the top to Katie Burchell.
That help from Central Cass comes very fast from the other side. They know exactly what's coming there. Another deep 3 swish. She's happy with herself. That was a long, nice shot.
Haug, number 2 freshman. Again, we've been watching her here for the last couple of years, and she's going to be a heck of a ball player. Good for her. Maddie taking the drive, going to the free throw line.
Fouled by number 1, Abby Kobervig. Abby Kobervig, she's got Valley City roots. Both her mother and father graduated in the class of '93, and their families, I believe, are kind of still around. Maybe. I know Jim is still here. I don't know about Mike's parents.
Coming out tonight to support their grandkids. It's great. Another 3, top of the key. Off, Maddie Freeze with the rebound.
Nice one-handed rebound there by sealing off Kenley Haug with her left hand, rebounding with her right.
Central Cass doing what they can to keep that ball away from Katie Burchell, pushing her up to that free throw line. Kinsley Glant off. Perimeter shot, rebound Central Cass. Pushing the ball up the court. Slashing, driving, trying to get, kick.
It's a two-pointer if it drops. Katie Burchell with a rebound, and she's going to break the press all by herself.
Katie gets a rebound, balances herself, puts the ball on the floor and gets out, and then decides to get it off to a guard. So Katie gets to the free throw line. Spin back to the middle. Okay. Coach Howard looking for a little contact, maybe a call on that one. Didn't get it, but Liv Severson takes the ball down and creates contact and picks up the call, going back to the free throw line.
Number 1, Kinsley Glant picks up her 3rd foul. She's being ultra aggressive today, and she might be having a quick breather or not. She's going to stay in the game.
Liv Severson, a senior, been playing for Coach Bachman for her last couple of years, having a nice game here tonight. Showing that senior leadership. Knocks down 2. So Squirrels get back to 9. Continuing
and what it allows them to do is set up their press by having a made shot. We just need a rebound to get it down the court because we're still having a tough time breaking their press. That's got to be off a Squirrel.
Oh,
well, let's go to replay assists.
Ooh,
Highliner
fans not necessarily agreeing with the call, but hey, it is what it is. Stripes say it. Squirrels get the ball. Design play, bringing Haug on the baseline, brings the ball to the middle. Miss. Katie Koka bringing the ball up. Again, I'd say, BK, you know, this is a time when you miss somebody like Coda Potrat's ball handling skills, but
and she just draws a lot of attention too, away from the post. But that was a great feed to Katie Burchell there for another 2. Sky Nielsen with a rebound. Maddie Freeze with great defense on that. And these little guards for Central Cass, they just keep their hands busy, and they're going to rip it right out of our Big's hands.
Yep. Again, Lance says, let's keep the ball here. Let's see what Coach Bachman's calling out here. Again, Haug coming out on the baseline screen. 3 from the corner. Bingo.
That was a nice design play. She looked confused. She squirrels behind a little screen, and then she pops a 3.
Takes advantage of the screen. So, again, nice game by Haug, freshman.
Yeah, and if you're really drawing up plays, the last 2 plays for a freshman guard, your future's bright.
Yep. That's number 3 on Severson, sending Burchell back to the free throw line. A little bit of a mismatch there in height, size differences, but Severson's working hard trying to keep the ball away from Burchell. And again, it's a good strategy by Coach Howard to try to get that ball down low. Get the easy bucket.
Highlanders back to a 10-point lead, so comfortable lead. We only lost 2 points in the last 4 minutes, so as good as Central Cass seems to be playing, we're still keeping our lead.
Haug again from the corner.
Free ball. From the same spot she just made one in. All right. Number 21, Sophie, not even going to try to pronounce her last name, picks up a foul on the press. And that's Castleton's team 3rd, so 2 more fouls, and we're going to be shooting free throws. And that hurts their press a little bit when they get down to shooting free throws now on those fouls.
Again,
like that should have been a foul.
Again, Brian, I think that Coach Howard calling timeout. Maddie trapped there kind of up against half court in the sideline. But I think this is good for the Highliners to see a full court press, see a team that's really scrappy, playing aggressive defense. And, you know, Howard's got Highliners with a 7-point lead right now. And so forces Potratz is out, forces some of those guards to, again, pick up the ball, take care of it, and break the press.
And I think this possession is going to be extremely important coming out of this timeout. This is a possession that we need a good shot at, and we need to make something happen here. Do you see anything going different other than to try to get a pass down the low to Katie Burchell?
You got 3:40 on the clock, 7-point lead. Again, as well as you've been shooting, I think you got to go to the well, and I think that's Katie Burchell. So let's see what Coach Howard's going to design. Ball's going to be taken out about mid-court, right near the Highliners bench, and so my guess would be maybe something thrown to the corner, dip it down into Burchell. So let's see what Howard's got drawn up. Ball comes in, goes to Sky Nielsen. She decides to shoot the three.
What a well-timed three by a post player, Sky Nielsen, who, like we've said a lot, we glaze over her, just her range all the time, but she spreads the floor. They weren't even guarding her out there.
Again, sagging off Sky Nielsen and trying to take away that pass into the post, and Sky says, okay, I'll take the shot. Here's Katie Burchell breaking the press all the way down.
And it's going to be out of bounds on the Squirrels. 3 girls got in front of Katie on that drive. I mean, they're going to be fast all the time.
There's not many kids. There's not many girls.
6-footers
Brian,
especially.
6-footers with the talent that she has that grabs the ball, dribbles it down the court, and nearly is able to finish it. All right, what are they talking about right now, Brian?
Pizza corner?
What do we have in that game? It looks like we're going to do a reset here of the shot clock. So let's reset that to 30.
Oh, okay.
Ball inbounded. Mariah reset. We got a double team going on.
That's a deep three
Yeah.
if she hits this.
Katie.
Wow. Wow. What in the world? This girl's had like 3 weeks off. This is great. Nice shot.
Downtown from Central Avenue. Kinsley Glant, nice rebound. Bringing the ball up. Pressure. Under 3. Highlanders got a 13-point lead. Sky Nielsen. Again, Central Cass is not going to give up that easy bucket. Down low, ball moves around. Katie Burchell. Katie Burchell's had to work for everything tonight. Again, sending double teams, triple teams on Katie, and I think we're just going to start seeing more and more of that, especially getting region action. Central Cass has got to get moving the ball here.
They have to score in this possession. They really do. That is not going to happen. Sky Nielsen with a rebound. They're going to trap. Sky can break this press. And Highlanders are up 13 with 2 minutes to go. They're going to milk some of the clock.
Coach Howard's talking about let's get a good possession here.
Nice move.
Nope.
Couldn't get it to fall. Kind of come up with a little press on our own.
Under 2 to go. Haug again driving the ball. Not able to finish. Coca with the rebound. Again, slow the ball down. Clock is your friend at this point. Sky Nielsen says no.
Nope, not my friend. I'm going to score. And it's a good take. Let's get some points on the board. Let them burn clock on their side. That's just fine.
Sky, a sophomore, had an excellent state tournament. Again, on the road for the Highlanders, winning the state championship this last year. I think that's a good time, BK, to talk about Central Cass's success in the past as well. 2023, boys and girls were state champs. Coach Bachman's been at Central Cass 10 years now and had a lot of success over that time period.
That's it.
Looks like Highliner boys are getting down to the end. Down 7 with under a minute to go. They're scrapping. They're not giving up. Okay, Highliner girls here back at the hack, taking a 15-point lead on that made free throw. Under 2 minutes to play. Jump ball.
Katie Burchell. Possession arrow does go back to the Squirrels, so they get their possession back. Down 15 with a minute 20. Again, we talked about the importance of possessions. This one is the most important. If they don't score here.
Haug back on that designed play that she hit the 3 on earlier.
And Katie
Good
Koka
steal
does
by
what
Katie
she does best.
Koka.
Play defense.
Good job, Katie. Maddie slowing things down here, taking care of the ball. Ooh, a double team in there. Ball goes back out. Maddie. Oh, might have been Maddie's first miss of the game, Brian.
And there you go. Glant gets her hands busy, and they get a 2-pointer.
2.
So timeout. Central Cass down 15. A little update on the Valley City Mayport CG game. That score is 55-64. Mayport looks like Mayport's going to coast now, as they got the ball to. No, we have the ball, but they're going to coast to a Barnes County championship. Mayport CG is Class A though, right?
They are. Yep.
Yeah.
They
So
moved
they're
it
in the
up this
same.
year.
They're in the same class as we are. So it's two Class A teams playing.
Shout out to followers here tonight. So
Yeah, and if you now I looked at analytics from the last game versus Lisbon. 75% of you are not subscribers. So if you don't know how to subscribe, you create a Google account, get on YouTube, and smash that subscribe button. You'll never miss any Highliner action. You'll always be notified.
thanks, Kevin, for the compliments here tonight.
Jeez, that was a great drive. A little pump fake and a good drive. She couldn't follow it up, but man, that would have been a little highlight reel for Katie.
BK, we got 20 seconds on the clock. It looks like the Highliners going to prevail tonight. Coach Howard, he grabbed the knees in the corner there. I think breathing a sigh of relief that comes out with a W here tonight. But upcoming action for the Highliners next week, double headers. Tuesday at Northern Cass. And then, like you said earlier, Highliner girls next Friday night playing Thompson, Devils Lake Shootout. It's going to be a big game, top 5 teams in the state. And that's a wrap here from the hack. 69-56. Highliners win Region 1. Again, great game. I don't think Coach Bachman's hanging his head here tonight. You mentioned some of the challenge struggles that Central Cass has had this season, but I was impressed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we were on the air for this or not during the pregame, but I set the spread at 15. Who does it better than me? 13-point spread. I mean, if you want to bet on high school basketball, just log into DraftKings, use promo code Josh and Brian.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like you're going to get us canceled, Brian.
That was a joke.
Okay.
You can't bet on high school girls basketball.
Hey, we got Katie Burchell. We mentioned earlier, Brian, that Katie Burchell, 1,000-point as a junior last Tuesday against Lisbon, and we're having Kate.
Nope, go ahead.
Katie's on her way, making her way up here.
Oh,
to
and she's fast.
The table.
So
I'm
going to move the camera. I'm going to put
BK.
down my headset, and we're going to get Katie and you on the mic.
Right,
so this is great.
Right.
Thank you, Katie, for hustling
This is great.
up here.
Hey, don't leave. Those of you that are listening, we have all-state first team state champion last year, Katie Burchell, joining us here, getting a headset on with us momentarily. Katie, welcome.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Good. All right. Thanks for joining us here tonight. First, foremost, Katie, shout out to you. 1,000-point score in the record book, Valley City on Tuesday night against Lisbon. Tell us what that meant to you, and you had all sorts of support from your teammates, taking pictures with your family afterwards. Congratulations. Not many boys basketball players get 1,000 points, let alone and do it in their junior year.
Yeah, it really means a lot. You know, having the team help you get there is a really big asset. You know, just having them give you the ball when it's needed, and then them having to trust you to give it back to them.
Katie, you put a lot of time in, a lot of work. Your success on the court, you mentioned the team. That's just who you are. You're a humble person, and not surprised by your shout out to everybody around you, helping you get to your place. But talk through, you know, if there's girls out there that are aspiring to be the next Katie Burchell, what work goes into the success that you've had?
It's a lot of gym time, you know, always working hard and not giving up. You know, sometimes you do have bad games. You just have to fight through it, and then you always want to make yourself better. You always want to challenge yourself to be the best you can.
Katie, you're not just a one sport athlete as well. You had a very successful volleyball season. Team finished in second place. You were right there at the net. And so, again, just multi-talented in a lot of different sports as well. So kudos to you. Let's get back and talk about tonight. Again, I think Central Cass, we highlighted some of the challenges and struggles that they've had. A little bit of a slow start. They have a young team. But tonight they came to play. They were scrappy, and it looked to us from here that one of their keys to the game, Coach Bachman said, we're not going to let Katie go off for 30, 35 points, and we saw that, right? And so just talk through kind of what your strategy is about, double, triple team down in the block, and just what are your strategies, on the court when you're getting 2 or 3 girls coming at you?
You have to be aware of what's happening around the court. You know, obviously if there's 2 people on you, there's someone open, and you just have to be aware of where your shooters are and moving the ball, you know, because once we started hitting outside shots, then the middle started opening up, and it's just like knowing that balance between in and out.
I think that's the key. Katie, I don't know if you were mic'd up or you're listening in to BK and I calling the game, but it's exactly what was happening, and their strategy was to take away the easy shots, something in the lane, and you just did a great job of being able to get the ball out. You mentioned it, some of the threes knocked down. You had Maddie Freeze coming back off of injury. It was great to get Maddie involved, knock down some big shots. Kaylee Nielsen as well, so you had some girls coming off the bench, knocking down those shots, again, opening things back up for you in the middle as well. So let's talk about kind of what's up and coming here. Head to Northern Cass on Tuesday, and then, again, another region action. But looking ahead, Devils Lake shootout next Friday night. You play Thompson on Friday night. Thompson knocked off Devils Lake. Region 2 game in Thompson. They've had a great season so far. Talk about just maybe the competitiveness of Class A division, girls basketball, this middle class division. Again, even tonight, a team that doesn't necessarily have the best record, but a competitive game nonetheless. Anything to look ahead, look for, playing Thompson and beyond?
It's really focusing on one game at a time. You know, we haven't really even focused into next week. We're play Central Cass on Friday. Like, that's the game we have to take care of before we can think about the other ones. But we do have tough teams coming up. You know, Northern Cass can always be a wild card, and you just never know. Thompson has been playing really good lately, and we just don't know what to expect, I guess.
It sounded with your response there that Coach Howard is really focusing you guys in one game, one game at a time. I'll tell you what, as fans, we are looking forward to getting on the road, heading up to Devils Lake, and again, we talk about top 5 teams action, maybe a preview of some state tournament action coming up, which is going to be in Jamestown, which is going to be a little bit different. Let's go back, Katie. Go back to last year, and we'll wrap things up here. Talk about your experience last year as a sophomore, going through the state tournament. Now that's your second year being able to play in a state tournament, but as a sophomore, going through the state tournament, having a wild game against Carrington, wild game against South Prairie, and then big victory in the championship game against Thompson. So for them, it's a rematch, but talk about that experience of playing state tournament and winning it.
You know, it's just really like a high. Like, you're always like up and ready, and the excitement just brings you all your adrenaline, and it's a really cool experience. And especially those close games, you're just like on adrenaline the whole time, and it's just really fun to play in, and having them be competitive is even better. In
the history books, the first Highliner girls basketball team to win a state championship. do a Google search, Katie, and Google history of Valley City girls basketball, and
Not
you will
much.
see first state championship 2025 led by tournament MVP Katie Burchell. Katie, you went on and to get all-state accolades as well as a sophomore, and here you are in your junior year scoring 1,000-point. I'm looking down, fans mingling out on the court right now, and I noticed your dad handing out some cupcakes.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me what's going on here.
Well, I was supposed to get my 1,000 points today, but it just happened on Tuesday, so my mom bought cupcakes for everyone.
So better late than never?
Yeah, exactly. She was like, well, do you still want them? I was like, well, obviously we still want cupcakes.
So it wasn't supposed to happen on Tuesday.
No.
You were 25 points away, correct?
Yep.
Going into the game on Tuesday, and you scored how many?
25.
25 points.
Yep.
So 1,000 coming in tonight. Mrs. Burchell said, Katie, what were you doing? You weren't supposed to score the 1,000 point on Tuesday, but nonetheless bring cupcakes.
Yep.
I would say it'd be really nice to be able to get a cupcake out here.
Oh, I bet he would
be able to share. But I guess we'll put a wrap on that. Katie, thanks for joining us tonight.
Yes, thank you.
Congrats again tonight on the W. Congrats on all of your successes thus far. Keep working hard, and a lot of exciting basketball hoops action coming ahead of us. So, Katie, that's it. That's a wrap for tonight. Kudos on
Thanks.
the W. Good luck coming up next Tuesday, Northern Cass. Friday, rematch of last year's state championship in Devil's Lake. So if you're looking for anything to do, hit the road, head to Devil's Lake. Prime time, 7:30 Friday night, Devil's Lake Sports Center. Katie, it's kind of back to my stomping grounds a little bit. But we won't talk about that tonight. So that's the rematch next Friday night. Again, I don't know if that's going to be streamed or not. Again, if you haven't come to the Highlander Activity Center, watch these Highlander girls play, you are missing out. And they're led by Katie Burchell, all-state player, junior, and we have a great team, like you said earlier. So anything to go? Wrap up?
Thanks for having me up here.
Awesome, Katie. Thanks a lot. So that's it, folks. We wrap things up here tonight. Again, Highliners pick up the W Region 1 action against Central Cass. Thanks for joining us. Shout out to our sponsors, as always, Essentia Health, but McGough Construction. We couldn't do it without our sponsors, so thanks to them. And I think that's a wrap. That's all we got. Katie, we got to go enjoy some cupcakes.
Yeah.
On Katie, 1,000-point Mrs. and Mr. Burchell. So, all right, everybody. As